Hello everybody, welcome back to another edition of Creative Cooking with Jackson Taylor. That is me. So today, gonna make it simple, easy, very easy and quick. The other day I was thinking, wanted a quick snack, what to make, but I had bananas. You know, I kind of always look around like, what do I have that I can whip up something? So we're gonna make a banana cake today, but this banana cake is going to take less than 3 minutes. So here we're gonna start. Already, just for timing purposes, start to prep some things. So I got the bananas, I got them peeled. I put 3 bananas in here. You can put 3, you can put 4, however you want to do it. All right, so I'm gonna take the fork. I'm just gonna mash these bananas up. See if I can get a better camera angle for you so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So I'm just taking this fork and I'm mashing the bananas. And I'll show you. We just want to get them mushy, you know, nice and mushy. So just take your fork. I will tell you one thing, if your bananas are really ripe, that's when they're really good, because that's when they have a lot of flavor. So but don't ever throw away your ripe bananas unless, you know, they got fruit flies all over them or something. But if they're just brown, really brown or blackish a little bit, perfect for making things like banana muffins or banana bread, banana cake, which I'm doing today. All right, so got these mushed up somewhat. Get it mush, mush, mush. Okay. Mushy, mushy, mushy. All right, so bananas are mushed up. They're also chunky. You're gonna see that's in chunky bits. So I don't want them like liquefied, but I do want it like chunky. So we got that. I'm gonna take some flour. Probably I'm gonna use like maybe a cup of flour. A cup of flour should do it. So I've got, this is my little 1/4 cup measuring cup. So I'm gonna put 4 of these in here. I'm gonna put 2. I'm gonna mix it around a little bit, just kind of mix it all around like that. And I know you're like, oh, it looks so dry. We're gonna add liquid stuff. Sometimes they tell you, you know, oh, you gotta take and, you know, put this in this bowl, the liquid's in this bowl, put the dry stuff in this bowl, and then you mix them all together. And my theory is like, why? Why not just take and mix it all in one bowl if you can? And that's what we're doing today. So I'm gonna add 2 more scoops of this. Also, I'm trying to make this one, you know, that figure-friendly thing. That's what I'm trying to do. So we're going to add things like some sugar substitute. So I'm going to use some stevia sugar substitute. I'm also going to add a little baking powder into this. And when I say a little baking powder, I'm saying I got a little spoon here, but I'm only going to use, like, because it's such a small amount that I'm going to be baking, so I'm using like maybe a 1/4 teaspoon, kind of sprinkle that around a little bit. When you use baking powder and flour, you want to add a little bit of salt to that. So here's me, cute couple turns of the salt shaker. All right, now I'm gonna mix it again, try to get that blended a little bit. And melted butter. You want to add some butter. I already pre-melted this. Like I said, timing purposes, trying to make it easy and quick for y'all so you don't have to sit there all day listening. So we're going to put in some melted butter. Put that in there. A little vanilla. Use a capful. I'm going to use about 1/2 capful on this one. 1/2 capful of vanilla. And then you can use milk, you can use 1/2 and 1/2, whatever you want to use. To make this a little more figure friendly, I'm using my Atkins vanilla creamer. So I'm just going to put just enough kind of to liquefy it. Now we're going to take this, we're going to stir it up good. And you don't care, like I said, you don't care if it's kind of lumpy, because lumpy's fine. On this one, some people do add an egg to it. I'm not going to add the egg. I am just going to take and use the Atkins and skip the egg. Doesn't need it. I've actually made this last weekend and I didn't have eggs and I made it without it. And it was amazing. It was so good, so moist. Another thing you can do, for me today, I'm just doing the bananas. You can add like chocolate chips to it. You can add maybe nuts if you want, maybe chocolate chips and nuts. Cinnamon, love cinnamon. So I'm sprinkling. I'm actually not sprinkling the cinnamon, I'm pouring the cinnamon in because I love it. So I put in some cinnamon. Gonna mix that around. And it comes out like a cake batter. That's what it looks like. All right, so I think I got all the ingredients in here. So I'm gonna smooth this out. Do it like this. Okay, show you what I got going here. That's what it looks like. Microwave. Gonna put it in here about 2.5 to, we'll check 2.5 minutes. I'm starting off at 2.5 minutes. And then if that doesn't work, we may have to go a little bit longer, but I think 2.5 minutes should just be perfect. All right, so that's microwaving, and then when we give it a couple minutes and we'll be right back and see what it looks like. Okay, so I just realized I got it down to about 30 seconds, so I forgot to put the sugar in. So, took it back out. We're gonna throw the sugar in here, give it another twirl around, and then we'll throw it back in the microwave. So I'm doing that now. I'm putting 5 packets of the sugar substitute in here. I think that'll make it sweet enough. Plus the bananas, you know, they add their own sweetness to it. So I think 5 is more than enough. Give just that little extra touch of sweetness. But again, cutting out the calories because we are using sugar substitute. Okay, so give it another twirl. And see, this is what I mean by being somewhat creative. Like some people, especially if you've never baked or cooked or anything hardly, you may not know that, oh, geez, I forgot to add the sugar. It hasn't been in there very long. Take it right out, add it in there, twirl it around, and do it again. So we'll start the microwave again. Doop. And I'm just starting it right where it left off. So we'll let that bake, and in a minute I will see you. So the microwave is done. Take this out. You know, the nice thing about this recipe, it's something you can make really quick. You can actually make this like even in a cup if you just want to make one. Use like a whole banana or half a banana. You'll use a little bit of flour, a little bit of baking powder, just a little bit of each, you know, mix it up, a little moisture with either milk or Atkins or whichever. And you can just throw it in the microwave and test it. If you're doing a cup, maybe, you know, put it in there for 30 seconds and then check it. Maybe put it in there for a minute. It's just one of those things you can check and check. So this one, I added a little bit more bananas and stuff than I did last week. So it actually had to go in the microwave for about 3 minutes and 15 seconds all total. But it's done, and that's it. There is my banana cake. Absolutely delicious. It's nice and moist. It's a nice little treat. And like I said, you can add chocolate chips, you can add nuts, you can add whatever you want to add to it. Add other fruits if you want to add strawberries, add pineapple, make it like a, you know, some kind of fruit cake. I am also going to take, at the end, one of the nice things, because I really love cinnamon, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more. I know that there's plenty on here. And if you really want it sweet, 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 just add a little bit of one of the sugar substitute packets on the top. I'm just going to add cinnamon. So there we go. That is the banana cake. It took 3 minutes and 15 seconds in the microwave. The ingredients: flour, baking powder, a little salt, cinnamon, vanilla, some Atkins, and sugar substitute. That's it. Simple and easy. Have yourself a great day. Don't forget YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Like, share, subscribe, and I appreciate it. Creative Cooking with Jackson Taylor. That's me. Have a good one. Bye-bye.